Hyperbole is one of the most interesting and commonly used forms of figurative language. It is a deliberate exaggeration used to emphasize an idea, create a strong impression, or make communication more entertaining. When someone says, "I've told you a million times," what they usually do not mean is that they've literally repeated this 1 million times. Instead, the exaggeration communicates that they have said it many times and that they are becoming frustrated. Hyperbole allows ordinary statements to become more expressive and memorable. Using hyperbole in everyday communication can cause confusion and make us question its validity, but on other times it can make us laugh. And like serendipity, hyperbole is just another word that's fun to say. Let's get into it. Hyperbole can be found almost anywhere in everyday communication. People use it in conversations, advertisements, songs, movies, literature, and even just simple daily text messages. We often exaggerate without realizing it. Someone might say, "I'm starving," when they are simply very hungry, or that backpack weighs a ton, when it's merely just heavy. These statements are not meant to be misunderstood literally. Their purpose is to communicate the intensity of a feeling or an experience. One of the greatest strengths of hyperbole is its ability to emphasize emotion. When people experience strong emotions, ordinary words sometimes do not seem powerful enough to describe what they are feeling. Exaggeration gives those emotions a greater impact. A person who says, "My heart is going to explode with excitement," is using hyperbole to express extraordinary level of enthusiasm. The statement is obvious, not literal, but it helps the listener. And it helps the listener understand just how excited that person is. Hyperbole is also an important tool for writers. Authors use exaggeration to make descriptions more vivid and help readers imagine a particular situation. Instead of simply saying that a character was tired, a writer might say that the character was so tired he could sleep for 100 years. This exaggerated description gives the reader a much stronger sense of the character's exhaustion, but it can also add humor or personality to a story. Comedy depends heavily on hyperbole as well. Comedians will frequently exaggerate situations to make people laugh. A minor inconvenience can become a dramatic disaster through exaggeration. For example, someone might jokingly describe missing the bus as the worst thing that's ever happened in human history. The humor becomes the obvious difference between the small problem and the enormous description. Hyperbole allows people to recognize the absurdity of everyday experiences. Advertising also uses hyperbole to capture people's attention. Companies may describe a product as the greatest invention ever made, or claim that something will change your life forever. And such statements are usually not intended to be taken literally. Instead, they are designed to make a product sound more exciting and unforgettable. And while consumers should recognize exaggeration when they encounter it, the effectiveness of hyperbole demonstrates how powerful these words can be. And although hyperbole can be entertaining and useful, it can also create problems when used too frequently. If someone is constantly exaggerating everything, other people may begin to question whether they can be trusted or what they're saying is absolutely true. Saying that every problem is a complete disaster can make serious situations seem less important. Therefore, effective communication requires knowing when exaggeration is appropriate and when honesty and precision are more important. Ultimately, hyperbole demonstrates the flexibility and creativity of language. It also allows people to communicate more than just facts. It allows them to communicate feelings, intensity, humor, and imagination. By stretching the truth just a little bit, without intending to deceive, hyperbole gives ordinary language greater personality and emotional power. Whether it appears to be in casual conversation, a joke, a novel, or an advertisement, hyperbole reminds us that sometimes the best way to express how something feels is to make it larger than life. My name is James, and I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, subscribe. Hype it also, but also a thumbs up really goes a long way to helping out the channel. And if you've already subscribed, I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.